What up, y'all? We are back with another week. This is Saz and Four, and we got some special guests this week, man. We got my boy Jevon, the Eagles fan.
Fly Eagle
My
fly,
boy
baby.
got my boy Keith. He represent for the Cowboys.
What's up? What's up?
Got my boy Ed, also repping that Philly.
Y'all know what it is.
Yeah, man. So as you all can see, man, we're previewing the NFC East and the AFC East this week. So we had to bring on some special guests on the panel. Shout out to the homies for coming on. We appreciate y'all giving y'all perspective, y'all input. But I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna pass off the mic to Dré. Dré, you gonna take the lead on this topic. So Dré, go ahead and cook, bro.
What's going on, everybody? As y'all know, Dre from PG. I'm here representing my squad, Washington. I'm just going to say Washington football because I think that name commander sucks. And that's what happens when you have an owner. They didn't know what the fuck he was doing and just was coming up with some shit on the fly. And speaking of owners, hey, yo, somebody drop this beat real quick for me real quick because I got to go ISO real quick. I got to go ISO real quick on motherfuckers real quick.
Got you, boss.
Daniel Snyder.
Is this happening right now?
Bring your ass right here, boy.
Oh shit!
Matter of fact, don't come here.
This nigga.
You're gone. Sorriest owner in sports history is finally gone. Thank you, Lord. I was getting sick of this Bama ass motherfucker running that shit in FedEx and running that bitch ass shit to the ground. You suck as an owner. You suck as a person. Oh my God. Take your billions and disappear. Never in my life have I seen such atrocity in my own backyard. Do you understand that you have more federal investigations than playoff appearances, my guy?
God damn.
You realize you have more NFL investigations than playoff wins, my guy? You want to keep selling mid, but up the prices and concessions. You want up the prices and parking. You got some fucking nerve to try to come in this DC area, this PG area, this VA area. It was good. Things were great. That mid, knowing we want that loud. Man. Only 2 pros in your tenure. Push out. Nerve. Not only got steal money for your community, you steal money from the league. Steal money from the league, bro. You so bad you got pill popping germ Ursay on your ass. I'm just so glad you're gone. I'm so glad cheerleaders can finally feel safe. I'm finally glad that we got a fresh new start. We had an investigation on you and Bruce Allen, but somehow we got the Raiders coach fired. You're not Teflon no more. You getting touch out here now, my guy. You try to throw people under the bus so you can keep your job. You've been pushing that picture of the Cowboys on there. What's it going to save you, my dog? What's going to save you? You think Texas is scared of racism? The state of Texas? Racism? That shit. Stop playing, Daniel Snyder. I just have to get that shit off my chest real quick before we really get started. Because I'm just so glad that we finally got that shit out of there, man. I'm glad that we got Joe Harris in there. My real owner is Magic Johnson. I'm going to rep the black man on this. We got a black owner. And I'm just so happy. But enough about me. I just had to get that shit off my chest real quick. Like we said, we got a whole NFC East panel. Mine's the Giants. I guess they just had to come out small on this podcast. So, like we said, we got 2 Eagles fans in here. We got Keith, the Dallas fan, in here. I got my haters blockers on just in case they try and throw some shade my way, but it's all good. They can't rain on my parade. I got that ice on because it's a new era. Scary Terry jersey on. You know how I'm coming in this podcast. So let's just get shit cracking, man. NFC East. You used to be the laughing stock these last few years. But what did we do last year? Only division without a losing record. Sent 3 teams to the playoffs. Sent 1 team to the Super Bowl. Now, if you ask me, I think that's pretty great from a division perspective. Now we got targets on our back. So I'm going to start with our Eagles fans. Y'all went to the Super Bowl. How y'all think y'all offseason went? Do y'all think y'all going to make that run back to the Super Bowl? What's y'all thoughts on that? I'm going to start with my boy Jevon. Hold on, Jevon. We can't hear you. Hold on, let's go back. We're going to pass it to my boy Ed real quick until Jevon figure things out over there.
Yeah. Man, you know what the Eagles do. Like, I got to pick it up now because Dré did everything except tell Daniel Snyder to go take a boat ride in Montgomery, Alabama.
Fuck his boat.
He did everything but put him on that boat ride. But, yeah, it's good that the Giants ain't here. Like, we played them 3 times last year. I was just trying to add up the score. We outscored them 100. We played them 3 times. We outscored them 108-48. In the
That's
3
crazy.
times we played them, so they don't deserve to be up here.
Shit.
I mean,
That's crazy.
They could stay where they at. But I mean, I don't know if y'all saw that we got the number 3 rated player in the NFL by the name of Jalen Hurts, number 1 leader in the NFL. Outplayed Patrick Mahomes on Super Bowl Sunday.
But did y'all win?
He left the field when he won't lose.
Did y'all win?
Can I talk about my team?
Talk your shit, bro. Talk your shit, bro.
Answer the
Okay.
question, bro. Answer the question,
Okay.
man.
You on my podcast. Did
Answer
y'all
the
win?
question, bro.
We won a couple playoff games this year. We made an appearance in the playoffs this year.
Super Bowl. Since you
I
want to
was
bring
gonna
up
give y'all
Patrick Mahomes.
respect. I was gonna give y'all respect because
I'll
I
let
think
y'all
y'all a competitive team. I like y'all defense. I think y'all messed up starting Carson Wentz. I always thought Taylor Heineke was better than Carson Wentz. And, but now
That's
y'all
a fair
moving on to
assessment.
Sam Howell. I like Sam Howell a little bit, but I think y'all gonna get the boy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think y'all gonna tank. Which if I was y'all, I'll just go for Caleb. Bring a hometown kid back and
Hey.
But I don't think y'all gonna do that. But that's what I would do if I'm in DC. That's what I would do. But with the Eagles, we got the top receiving duo, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith. We got running back by committee. We got the Philadelphia Bulldogs on defense.
I was about to say, are y'all going to change our name to the Bulldogs yet? Because, I mean, at this point.
I mean, if the shoe fit, like we went about 23 years without drafting nobody from Alabama or Georgia until, I guess, if you want to count Jalen Hurts, and then we went Devontae Smith the next year out of Alabama. And then, what do you know? You start drafting people out of winning programs and you start winning. So it's big things in the future for Philly. But I'm gonna let somebody else talk for a little bit. I don't want to hog the mic right now. We can pass it to Jevon, see if he good now.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, you good, bro?
Yeah, we got
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, bro.
I don't know what happened. But you said all the right things, man. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I think that's I gotta see how what kind of schemes and type of thing they're going to do in their system. But overall, the team, I like our team. The running backs, Miles Sanders was cool. If DeAndre Swift can stay healthy, I think that's going to be a real huge upgrade for us.
I hope so, because he cost me a fantasy, but that's another talk for another day.
You feel me? Same here, man. Like I picked him, I was like, he gonna do his thing, and it was just like the Jamal Williams show over there in Detroit. I don't know what it was with him, man. But yeah, man. If Jalen can just continue just getting better, with just his accuracy, throwing the ball right in that dude's hands, AJ Brown to do his thing, Devontae to do his thing. If we can get a third receiver, I'm hearing Quez Watkins, he gonna be all right. Dallas Goedert gonna do Dallas Goedert things. And then if our defense can just hold up, be a lot better than we were in the Super Bowl, I think we can go pretty far. Obviously our schedule this year is definitely gonna be a tough one. We got some big games, Bills, of course, Patrick Mahomes and them boys. So we definitely, like you said earlier, Dré, we got a huge target on our back. We're gonna be the hunted this time. But I think we can do some things this year for real.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought the schedule up, because that was kind of one of the knocks against y'all last year. So of course everybody saw the improvement on the Eagles, but they felt like y'all schedule was kind of not to behold or light. But I think when it came to playoff time, y'all kind of showed that wasn't fluke. So I'm kind of interested to see how y'all going to do this year with y'all pretty much playing a number 1 seed schedule. So y'all playing all the tough teams. So I think that's going to be interesting, and definitely looking forward to that rematch against Kansas City. And y'all got to play the 49ers too, correct?
Yeah. So that schedule we got. That's gonna be week 11. We got Kansas City, then we got the Bills right after. Then we got San Fran, and then we go to Dallas. That like 3-4 week schedule. That's right after the bye. Like we got a bye. We play Dallas right before the bye, and then we got Kansas City, Bills, San Fran, Dallas. So it's, that last.
That's a little gauntlet right there.
No breaks.
That's a hell of a gauntlet.
No breaks.
That's a hell of a gauntlet right there.
Even right before that, we got at Jets against Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Like right before that, we got at Jets against Miami, at Washington, and home against Dallas. And then we get a bye.
Oh yeah.
Well, y'all got it.
We got to play the Rams too. Man, we got a toughie this year. But I'm looking forward to it though. Like I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay, so let me get to my boy Key. You know, I'm gonna assume you're cool, Keith, because I feel like there's two different types of Dallas fans. It's the ones that say they're gonna go to the Super Bowl every year, no matter what their situation is, and then you got the more realistic fans out here. I'm hoping you on that more realistic side, but you know, okay, so Dallas Cowboys once again came up short in the divisional round against the 49ers. Y'all made some good moves this offseason too. Y'all picked up Brandon Cooks as a second wide receiver. Y'all added Gilmore to that secondary. I think he's going to help Trayvon Diggs, especially about not always ball hawking. I think he's going to teach him some discipline in that secondary role. But you know, y'all got rid of y'all offensive coordinator, so we hearing that y'all going to be more conservative and less air it out, so that can limit the turnover. So what's your how you think y'all did in this offseason? How you feeling about your Cowboys this year? Is this the year now that, yes, you can see the NFC is pretty much wide open? I think the Eagles, the 49ers, and y'all are the top 3 teams coming into the NFC. So is this the year the Dallas Cowboys are finally going to make it to the NFC Championship? We're not going to say Super Bowl yet. Well, we're going to at least say the NFC Championship game.
Can y'all hear me? Good? Good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. I hope so. I like that we added Gilmore. Like you said, I think he's going to teach Trayvon Diggs some discipline, you know, not gambling on route, and, you know, trusting what he's looking at. And adding Brandon Cooks on offense, you know, looking at his stats, you know, with the quarterbacks he had, he was still getting 1,000 yards. So I'm excited for him to open up our offense even more. And Tony Pollard, being the number one back now. How is he gonna handle that coming off the injury? Uh, but I think if Dak can limit the turnovers in the playoffs at crucial times, I think this is the year we could potentially, make it to the NFC Championship game. Because our defense is going to be loaded. I think they're right behind Philly and the 49ers. Um, but I think our defense is going to do their thing. Can Dak and offense, do their thing in crucial situations, especially in the postseason? Because we lost to the 49ers 2 straight years. So I'm looking forward to that Week 5 matchup against them on Sunday Night Football.
It seems like there's already some chirping going on between y'all and the 49ers. That some random wide receiver on the 49ers always sending messages to Trayvon Diggs, and Trayvon Diggs talking about, you would never line up against me, bro. I was like, all right, here we go. It's getting spicy already out there.
Yeah, I don't know why that bum commented and said that to Trayvon Diggs. Knowing he'll never be on the number 1 or number 2 corner. So that was crazy to me. I guess he wanted some attention or something. I don't know.
Diggs, I know he plays for Dallas, but he's from the DMV area, so I gotta give him some love. So I was a little confused when I'm like, bro, you like the 4th, 5th wide receiver, and you talking to Trayvon Diggs? All right, I said, I guess. I mean, anything to get some likes on your Instagram. That's what I say.
I don't know about that.
But Keith, we noticed that so we all know about the Zach Martin situation. He's holding out camp looking for a big payday. He feels like he should be the number 1 guard getting paid out here. Do you think he's gonna hold out until he gets this contract and even potentially miss this Week 1 matchup against the Giants, or do you think eventually Jerry Jones is going to break down and give him his payday, his dues? So, like, how you feel about that situation?
I honestly feel like Jerry should pay him whatever he wants. I said on Twitter he should just give Zach Martin the checkbook and let him write whatever he wants. Because he's a crucial part of our team, and
right.
The way Jerry's treating it is, it's gonna hurt our cap. But I'm pretty sure we could figure some things out and make it a way where Zach Martin can get paid and we can take care of the guys that's coming up. But you got to have him Week 1. I don't want a backup guard in there dealing with that talented Giants defensive line with Dak potentially, getting hurt or something like that. So I'm hoping Jerry comes to his senses and take care of our best offensive lineman.
That's real. That's real. And speaking of the Giants, as everyone know, we don't have anybody representing the Giants today. So I'm going to just throw some facts out there about the Giants. As we know, they made the playoffs last year. They gave Daniel Jones the bag and had Saquon out here looking silly, crying, making Zoom meetings with running backs around the league. He eventually signed his franchise tag. But, the Giants as well had a sneaky offseason too. They traded for Darren Waller, one of the best tight ends in the league. Of course, they brought back Saquon Barkley. They have the theme in the NFC East is defensive line. I feel like everybody in our division has the stellar defensive line, so that's everybody's like bread and butter. But they also got that wide receiver from Tennessee, Jalen Hyatt. From what I'm hearing right now, he's still only taking 13 reps, but we all saw that game he had against Alabama. Stellar performance. They won that game. So I feel like, I guess we just trying to see, it was last year an admiration because, new coach, he put the battery in the back because pretty much when they went for 2 against the Tennessee Titans in that opener, that kind of gave them that rhythm, that confidence to go through the season. Yep. Daniel Jones didn't have as many mistakes. So, but that was because, that he had his boy Saquon Barkley in the backfield. I think Barkley now, I think he's going to try to show out this year because he wants that bag. Like, he's trying to help that running back position get back to not taking pennies on a dollar, while every other positions making mad money on these super deals and everything. But what I found interesting was Daniel Jones' deal is pretty much the first 2 years just front loaded, and after that they can cut him. So I really think this is going to be a proven year for him to see that we gave you a tight end. We're trying to give you some playmakers on the outside. So I'm gonna give it to the panel. Like, I'm gonna start off with Jevon on this. What's your honest thoughts on the Giants right now?
Before they signed Saquon back, or they did whatever they did with Saquon, I didn't think they would do too much. And even still, I don't remember what their record was last year. Maybe it was like 8-8 or something like that. I still see them as the same. I don't really see anything exciting that makes me think like they're gonna. I'm thinking if we had to, put a tier as far as the NFC East, I think Eagles, Cowboys is probably gonna be number one, number two, depending on how things go.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they have a quarterback, I'll put them third. I'm not saying the Washington doesn't have a quarterback, but at least they got their quote unquote franchise quarterback. I'll put them third, and then Washington fourth, just because of the quarterback thing. But I don't know. I think you guys could come up and take them, and they will be the fourth team in the division. But I don't know. I'm not too high on them. They did last year.
Can I chime in real quick, Dre?
Yeah, go ahead. What you got, T?
From the outside looking in, if there's a team that I feel like is going to take a step back this year, it is going to be the Giants. I felt like they won a lot of games off of coaching last year. Like you said, putting the battery in the backs of the team. But now you have a whole year of film, and they didn't necessarily blow a lot of teams away last year. I mean, they did beat Minnesota in the playoff game. But I mean, Kirk Cousins, like y'all know, familiar with Kirk Cousins in his game. Y'all know exactly what he's about, man. Like,
he folds like a chair, and we're not talking about them chairs from Alabama. He folds like a chair and under that pressure, dog.
I'm just looking at roster, and also, like you said, having a year of film on the coach and what he does. That's a team I could definitely see taking a step back. But Dre, got a question for you. New ownership's in the building. Ron Rivera's been there for a couple years now. Is he under a lot of pressure this year, or dare I say, is he on the hot seat? New ownership coming in, they're going to want their guys. Anytime there's new ownership, they want their guys in the building, and the coach that's there, the regime that's there, is on the hot seat, whether they're successful in the past or not. So, what are your thoughts on Ron Rivera? Is he on the hot seat this year?
Oh, he's definitely in the hot seat because his replacement is already in the building. You pay attention to what happened. So they brought EB in, and it didn't matter who was going to be the ownership. EB's in there to run the offense, to see if he can make us explosive. And no matter what our record is, if we're competitive in these games and we're averaging more points than last year, and then we can't say that we're losing because of the offense anymore. But Ron Rivera, the defense, which is supposed to be his calling card, and Jack Del Rio's is falling apart now, even though that's supposed to be our better side of the ball. Ron's up and out of there. Like, we gave him the nickname Riverboat Ron, but it was some key play calling that he did last year that kind of tanked our season, one against the Vikings, and when he didn't go for that field goal against the Giants before overtime, I think those were pivotal moments that could have made us like having the whole division be in the playoffs for the first time ever. But what's a fun fact is, what people don't know, we actually have a lot of free agents that's going to happen, that's going to be coming off our team after this season. Like Antonio Gibson, Curtis Samuel, they're all going to be like free agents. So this is really like a prove year for like a lot of people on our team, from the coaching staff onto the players. And like you said, we have a new regime. We got new owners. We got new people in the front office. And we got 2 studs at quarterback that's coming out in the draft this upcoming season. So there's a lot of people that's going to be feeling that pressure and be looking to perform. And we already got our D-line solidified. We know we got our 2 boys from Alabama, and we know our brothers from Alabama know how to throw some hands. So it's really going to be, if we're going to get some people on the D end like Chase Young to step up. We didn't pick up his 5th-year option, so he's on a prove-it deal as well. And then Montrezl Sweat, he's been outperforming him, and I think they're going to give him the bag or franchise him if they can't come to an agreement. So like you said, Ron, if there was a time to gamble right and put it on black, this is the year. Like, because the one time you won the division, I can honestly say it was a good feeling, but we only won because Dak was hurt for that whole season, and everybody else wasn't at their point where we at now. Jalen Hurts was still a rookie. So he just came at the end of the season after Carson Wentz burned out over there. And the Giants were just the Giants, man. We don't really got to go into them anymore than we have to. So, yeah, man, I think Ron Cease's replacement, we already got players crying. He's too, the intensity is too, it's a concern. I'll say, yeah, it's a concern to y'all because y'all not used to winning. Like, he just came from Kansas City. You know what Kansas City was doing over there? They was making AFC championships or above for 4 or 5 years straight. That's the type of intensity we need in our program. So, Ron, you better shape up, boy, or you're going to be right next to Dan. I'm just saying.
I was going to bring that up, Dre. I saw that article today about the intensity of practice and Ron Rivera saying that players are already whatever. And I'm like, is there already tension?
But that just shows you how the program was being ran. That just shows you how the program was being ran. Like, I'm just glad that we got Daniel Snyder out here. Like, y'all realize before Drake, he was the first person to say, 21, can you do something for me? Because every time shit was going south, he had to do some Sean Taylor tribute to get the fans back in. And that was a god. That wasn't even a statue. That was some shit from Models that he put up in the FedEx Arena. And he got the nerve to say, this is Sean Taylor Day. The only good thing that came from Sean Taylor was that his daughter was an artist and she was able to make us some gear that she was able to sell to the fans. But outside of that, Dan Snyder, you a crook. You know you was wrong for doing Sean Taylor's memory dirty like that. Like, for God's sake, you even got goddamn Patrick Mahomes' little brother dancing on his shit, man, and you ain't had nobody jump his ass after the game. That's how you know you're a whack-ass owner, man. Weak-ass bitch.
Oh man.
So that's why I want that intensity to build up. Like, let's get pissed off. Let's have competition. Again, a lot of people's spots are going to be up for grabs. Antonio Gibson already sees his spot getting taken. That man got to play wide receiver now, because that man got fumbleitis. Can't cough for that pill no more, boy. You cough for that pill, you might as well ask for a trade. Hey man, we gotta start having good habits around this program, and that's what I'm really looking forward to coming into the season.
No, I feel it.
No doubt.
I'm gonna shoot a little question to Keith, the Cowboys fan. Dre, we talked about this weekend. So Keith, realistically, how much longer is the Cowboys window going to be open? Because yes, the NFC's wide open this year. It's just the Eagles, the 49ers, and Dallas. But there's always a team that is going to rise up this year that we don't see coming. Whether it's the Lions, they might be better than what people think, the Panthers, or whoever. But NFL means not for long. A team is going to rise up that we don't see coming. The Eagles are built not only for the short term, but the long term as well. The 49ers, their window is closing shut soon. Their window is not as open as people think. They're desperate to get to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. So, Keith, my question to you is, how much longer is the Cowboys window open?
I would give it a couple more years. But I was watching The Pivot, and Michael Parsons was talking, and he was saying, every year that, you don't win it, you come up short, it's not going to be the same team. And we know because of free agency and stuff like that, we're not going to bring the same team back every year. So we got to capitalize and at least make the NFC Championship game, because your window's not always going to be open. So I would give it a couple more years before I would say it's closed shut.
Can I chime in with a question for Keith? Is that contingent on Dak still being the quarterback these next couple of years? Or is Jerry going to have to release his little son away to get a new quarterback in Dallas? Because we know how Jerry is about Dak.
I think that's a good question. As a fan, I'm one of Dak's biggest fans, but I can't admit that the last 2 years he's been a large reason why we haven't went further into the playoffs, especially last year. Our defense, the way they shut down the 49ers offense, we just need the offense to, score some touchdowns. So I think Dak is kind of on the hot seat because, he's up for an
Yeah, he is
coming up. So
yeah.
I think he's got to, take this team to the NFC Championship game at least if he's gonna still be the quarterback.
You know how I feel about Dak. You know how I feel about Dak for real. It's like Dak for the Dallas Cowboys. He's like an Instagram model or influencer. He looks good on the outside. You're gonna like his picture, but you know he ain't worth a damn when it matters, man. That's real. That's how I feel about Dak, man. Because it's like as a black QB, even though he's for Dallas, you just kind of want to root for him. But it's like, but for that big playoff games or them big matchups in the regular season, he just always comes short, and that's when he wants to throw them turnovers or force everything. So just like how Ron's on a hot seat, I think Dak gonna be on that hot seat this year too. Like I said, it's some QBs coming, and everybody know there's some QBs that's coming up in free agency as well. So this really a Dak preview, especially since he's talking about he want the bag too. And you know, Jerry Jones.
What about
you know, McCarthy's fine because he a quiet boy. Jerry Jones don't like coaches that raise hell. But if you're a choir boy and you're gonna say yes, master, oh yeah, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Hey, but I got a question for Keith and our bros Jevon and Ed. So, for Keith, first off, I just want to know what it's gonna take to get back to an NFC Championship game. I mean, as you know already, you guys haven't been there since January of 1996, and you guys have been like close to. You guys were like it's facts though, right?
He got the date 96.
What I say? Hey, look, I ain't got this suit on for no reason. I ain't gonna come in here and spit no bullshit. It's facts. But I'm just saying, what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take for this team? Because now Tony Pollard is the main running back. You got CeeDee Lamb as the number one. I mean, Dak is still there. Dak is saying that he's not gonna throw more than 10 interceptions or whatever it was this season. What's it gonna take to actually get back to the NFC Championship game? Because the team that you gotta beat is right in your division with the Eagles. So what's it gonna take to get back there?
I think it's just our offense. They just have to, in crucial situations, big games, they got to, put up those points like they do against lesser opponents, and I think that's what's really going to determine if we get back to the NFC Championship game, our offense. Because our defense, I feel like they're going to do their thing. Micah, DeMarcus Lawrence on our defensive line, and then we got Gilmore and Diggs in the secondary, and Kirsch and Hooker in the back end. So I really think it just falls on our offense. And can they make those big plays when we need it in the postseason? I think that's what it's going to take.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. And then for the Eagles, what's it going to take for you to get back to the Super Bowl? And we can start with Jevon.
Just be better than you were. Last year our schedule wasn't the best, so like now we got to play the cream de la creme. We just got to go in each game and just do what we got to do. If one game Jalen got to throw for 300, the next game he got to run for 150 or something, we got to do that. We got to just take each game one by one. That stretch of games, not the Patriots, Patrick Mahomes and them, the Bills. That's that like part we gotta go get some wins. We gotta either beat the Bills. Dare I say it? We gonna beat Patrick Mahomes. What was that, week 11? We gonna beat them that time. We gotta just keep doing what we did last year and just improve on that and just keep getting better. Just take it game by game.
Yeah, definitely piggybacking off of Jevon, like, we don't want to fall into that Super Bowl relapse where we thinking about the past, right? We want to be looking forward. We got to get better. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. We going to regroup. We got to take it game by game. I really got us winning the division again, getting that 1 seed and getting back to the Super Bowl, but it's all contingent on health. If we stay healthy, I don't think there's a team in the NFC that could beat us.
Health, truly. Yeah, Jalen can't get hurt again. He gotta lessen his runs up a little bit.
Yeah, we lost.
All right. Speaking on that, let's wrap this NFC East segment up. So I'm gonna start with the Eagles fans. What y'all think y'all record is going to be before y'all get to the playoffs this year?
I was looking at that while we was talking. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got us winning like 10, 11 games.
Ed?
I got us 12-5. That stretch.
Okay, see, I had that, but I was like, one of those W's I had is like we beating Patrick and them. So I was like, we gonna see. But yeah.
I think we'll lose to Washington once. I think we'll lose to Dallas once.
Of course.
I think we'll lose to the Bills. I can see us losing to Miami. And then a sneaky one is that opener at the Patriots. They honoring Tom Brady. The Patriots.
Fuck that. Get his ass. Fuck that
nigga. If he was playing, we would win for sure.
Man, fuck him. Bring Nick Foles back in that shit. He gonna be like, oh no, I ain't trying to come in there. Fuck that. Fuck that white boy.
Hey, racism will be at all-time high in Boston that week.
all kind of N-words.
Boston in the 80s. What you talking about?
Hard yard.
On the back end of it.
Shit, that's in Boston right now, man. Great sad city.
What do you think Dallas record going to be at the end of the season, man?
I can see 11-6, 12-5. We got some tough games. Week 5.
We're gonna put the Cowboys schedule up.
We got
Jevon took that personally, bro. He said, I heard a number higher than mine. I don't like that shit.
We got at the 49ers week 5. And then week 6 we at the Chargers. Those are gonna be tough games. And then I look at the end of the season. We got the Eagles at home. And then Buffalo, it's going to be cold, probably snowing. And then Miami, the day before Christmas, those are going to be 2 tough games.
South Beach flu.
And then Detroit on Monday Night Football, it'll be Saturday Night Football. They're going to be tough.
I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna watch the fuck out of that game. We're gonna find out about QB that game.
All I know is November 19th, Cowboys taking an L. That's all I know.
Yeah, so you better have that L on your schedule.
No cap.
You better have that L on your schedule.
Oh, man.
Who they got?
November 19th.
Yeah,
they got the Panthers that game.
Panthers that game.
Can we go to that game?
I'm about to say in Carolina
Yeah,
too.
let's do it.
Look, man,
Let's do it, bro.
That's 4 got the game locked up. That's 4 got game locked in.
That's what y'all trying to do. We can get a group together.
we can do it. We can do it, bro.
We ready.
We can do it.
7-4 got game locked in, everyone. Well, let's see.
Shit, that's the day after Friendsgiving on top of that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Ideas
Well,
are brewing.
let's see. Giants.
Who gives a shit?
It's tough.
They're not on here, bro. They're not even on here. They're not even on here, bro. We're not even going.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. They probably gonna do like a decent 8 and 9.
8.
I'll give them 9 and 8. I'll give them 9 and 8.
I
They're gonna
think.
be right around there.
Yeah, and let's see. Our season is really going to be dependent on if Sam Howell's going to be that dude, or we just got a bridge quarterback going into next season. I do like that we drafted Emmanuel Forbes. I hope he's not Trayvon, that he's always going to be trying to look for that pick 6. I hope he has some discipline out there. I look at our schedule. I feel like we could get 9 wins. We got to play teams like the Falcons. I feel like Denver might be a trap game, but Bears might be a trap game. But I feel like we can beat all 3 of those teams. I feel like at best we could be 9-8. But hey, if shit's starting to look shaky earlier, let's go get Caleb Williams and bring him back home, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. But I feel like optimistically, we can get 9-8 for sure, though.
No doubt.
Do you think? My bad, Dre. You think? Who y'all secondary quarterback? You think he gonna play Brissett? You think he gonna end up getting some time, or it's gonna be Sam Howell the whole way?
It's interesting because it's conflicting reports coming out in camp. One report be like, yeah, Sam Howell got this joint. And then you said, and then the other voice was like, yo, Jacoby Brissett, like they're like neck and neck. I feel like Sam shows any signs of struggling after like maybe 3, 4 games, 5 games. They're just gonna throw Jacoby in there, and then just go for the rest of the season and see how that goes. Jacoby's not a bad quarterback. He's just not a franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
He's just not. He's not. So it's like I said, if we need a franchise guy, no more bridges. We got enough bridges in this area. Jevon, we got enough bridges in the area. We need a franchise in FedEx Field.
I hear you. I got you.
Facts, y'all. So we're gonna wrap it up with the NFC East, but y'all can stay on. We're gonna talk about the AFC East. This division might be possibly the best division in football. When you think about what Buffalo did, they were the number 2 seed last year. The Miami Dolphins almost beat Buffalo in the wild card game with no Tua Tagovailoa. They get Tua back healthy despite the concussions. You added Jalen Ramsey and some of the moves that they made in the offseason. If Tua can stay healthy, Miami's a team to watch out for. And then another team is the New York Jets, man. You bring in Aaron Rodgers.
Uh-oh. Somebody not feeling it.
It's just because, like, I get it. The Jets have been so bad for so long. When you get somebody like Aaron Rodgers, it's just the best thing to ever happen. But let's just dial down the hot train. I'm getting tired of watching Greeny talk about the fucking Jets every time I wake up in the morning. Like, dude, y'all haven't played a game yet. The only thing I'm gonna say about the Jets is this is the Jets' first 8 games. They gotta play the Bills, the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Eagles, the Giants, and then the Chargers. That's their first 8 games.
Ouch.
So we're really gonna find out about the Jets real early and see if they really built for this or not.
Dre, quick.
That's all I'm gonna.
Think they winning out of those 8 games. What's the record?
4-4. 4-4. I'm being nice. 4-4. I'm being nice. 4-4. I'm being nice. Prove me wrong. 4-4. I'm being nice.
4-4 with that schedule. To be 4-4 with those first 8 games, they'll be lucky.
If you're 4-4, you're in the mix in the AFC.
And I'm being nice. That's all I got to say.
For a wild card.
But that's the goal for the Jets. I mean, like, they want to talk about playoff success and a Super Bowl. No, the line is to get to the playoffs, man. Yeah. That's the line. Get to the playoffs. When's the last time y'all been there? I don't even know.
Rex Ryan.
Get to the playoffs. So
the Buff Bumble.
So since we're talking Rex Ryan, that's 2011. There's got to be around that time. So. Get to the playoffs. I know y'all got you got Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you got all these weapons. You got the offensive. I think Garrett Wilson was the offensive rookie of the year, right? Mm-hmm. You got Breece Hall. I think you about to sign Dalvin Cook. Are you trying to sign him? You got this. You got a defensive line. You got the
Dalvin trying to get signed by everybody in the East. And
right. So you got all the Sauce Gardner back there. Yeah, you expect, but make the playoffs, man. Make the playoffs.
Anybody else on the Jets?
It's just a lot of expectations, so we'll just have to see.
Yeah, they set their bar too high.
Aaron Rodgers is not a spring chicken. What is Aaron Rodgers, like, close to 40? He is not.
I mean, if the O-line help him, he can just get it out of his hands. I mean, yeah, like you say, it's a lot of hype. It's a lot of hype. We gotta just
the hype is too high.
Yeah, they set their hype way too high. That's it.
That's the question with the Jets, though, and we've heard it come out of camp. I'm actually going to see the Jets in practice on Thursday when they have the joint practice with the Panthers. Okay. I'll give y'all all the I'm going down there with Vashti on Thursday morning.
Plugged in.
I will say this, though.
Their offensive line is concerning.
Yeah. Not to cut you off there. If there's one game that they need to win, it's that Denver game. They need to win that Denver game.
Oh, they have to. They have to.
Definitely.
That's a rivalry game now. That's
they can't lose that Denver game, especially after fuck Sean Payton. Let me get that out of the way right now.
With Sean Payton, that's
fuck Sean Payton.
That too. Oh man, like either Broncos Twitter or Jets Twitter gonna be going crazy after that game, boy. Or leading up to that week and after the game, boy. Man.
New York media is going to have a field day one way or the other. It's either going to be real ugly or it's going to be real good. Either way.
All I'm going to say, man, Russell Wilson, don't get caught praying on the field and take an L, man. That's all I'm going to say. don't get caught. Don't get caught, bro.
Hey, man.
All I'm going to say is
But now back to the Jets, though. Like, the biggest concern I've been hearing about from camp is the offensive line. And like you said, Brad, Aaron Rodgers isn't a spring chicken no more. Yeah, they have weapons. Yeah, they have a defense. But that offensive line can't protect Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be for naught, especially when it starts to get cold in New York. The wind's blowing. You're in that AFC East weather. You got to Buffalo when it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go to Foxborough when it's cold. And if you don't have an offensive line to protect them, those hits, you're going to feel them hits in that cold weather, man. Like, you're going to feel them hits in the cold weather. Also, if they make the playoffs, even as a wild card, you have to go to possibly at Cincinnati, at Kansas City, possibly at Baltimore.
You might have to go to Buffalo. You might have to go to Buffalo.
Yeah.
Chargers. Like,
can their offensive line not only protect Aaron Rodgers, but solidify themselves in the running game? Because you're going to need a running game to win in the AFC in some of these places that you're going to have to play in on the road. Because with that schedule, I don't see the Jets winning the East unless the teams in the East kind of come back down to earth. So, speaking of the team that was second in the East, the Miami Dolphins, fellas, what are y'all thoughts on the Miami Dolphins? Does it really come down to Tua, or is there something else that they need to address on that team?
Health,
I think Tua, and then Jalen Ramsey too. He get injured too.
He's out. Like, health issue.
He out until December, right?
Yeah,
pretty much.
So it's just I think for that team, it's just about health. They got to just get healthy and come together.
Well, I mean, the biggest question mark is Tua. Like, when Tua takes that first hit or that first push to the ground and he hits his head, what's gonna happen? You know, like is it gonna have to be, because every time he falls to the ground or has any type of head impact to the ground, he's gonna have to go to the tent immediately just because of what happened last year. So you have that. You have that. I have no doubts of Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and the weapons they have and Xavier Howard on defense and the defense they have and just the coaching. But it's the main thing is health, because health is what really stopped them from even winning the division last year. And like, forget making the playoffs, just winning they could have won a division last year if Tua was healthy. So it all comes down to health.
Yeah, you was going to say something?
Yeah, I think if Tua stays healthy, I think that they're going to take that step up. I think the quarterback or the next team we about to talk about, I think he's turning the ball over way too much. And if he was talked about as a top 3 quarterback, and slowly Joe Burrow passed him. And now, in my opinion, I think Jalen Hurts passed him, and he was supposed to be the next guy. Then you got like Trevor Lawrence coming.
That's called facts. That's called facts.
Justin Herbert coming.
Yeah, I mean Josh Allen, and that actually leads to like a point that I want to like talk about here, like with the Bills and stuff, because to me, like the time is now for them. Like in the past, the window is it's like closing maybe after this year or next year, because over the past few seasons, you can say it's a crack, because over the past few seasons, 2020 you went to the AFC Championship, lost to the Chiefs. 2021 you lost that in that epic overtime game which you should have won. You had 13 seconds left. You were playing some weird ass prevent defense and let Travis Kelce go through the seam every time to get in field goal range. You could have won that game, but then and if you won that game, you would have got to the Super Bowl more than likely.
You think they would beat Cincinnati?
The game would have been at Buffalo.
You see what Joe Burrow did in Buffalo last year? You see what Joe Burrow did in Buffalo last year?
I'm just saying.
What he doing Burrowhead too?
I was about to say, smoke on that
I'm just saying, like the way that team was like stacked that year, or like how they were on defense. I don't remember if like Tre'Davious White was healthy during the playoffs or not at that time, but that was their best chance that year. And then last year, they had a good chance as well, but something happened, I guess, between Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs.
And Von Miller got hurt.
They couldn't get the ball.
Von Miller got hurt.
And Von Miller.
And that's what really changed. And that was what really changed the Bills season last year. When Von Miller got injured, their pass rush was not the same as it was in the beginning. Because Brad and T, we was there when they played against the Rams in that opener, and they beat the brakes off the Rams in that opener, and we was like, damn. Like, so, but when Von Miller went down, that pass rush was never the same. That defense was never the same. So that's why, the Bills had to bring in somebody like Leonard Floyd in to help with that pass rush. I think that was a sneaky, good move for them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Bills, like, I think this is really it because Burrow is here. Barring any more injuries, Cincinnati is here. And, I'm going to pass it on to my boy Pete, with my boy BT, because I know he Tre'Davious White fan. Like, what do the Bills need? Like, is this it for the Bills? Like, or it's like, is Cincinnati taking over their position as like the number 2 team in the AFC now?
No, I think the window is definitely closing on the Bills, man. So like Dave was saying, bro, like 2020, 2021, 2022, you can't get over that hump, bro. And my dog ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? My dog Joe Burrow, LSU, all that. Anyway, saying about LSU. But
Big Uno ain't going nowhere. Tell him Jamar Chase ain't going nowhere. Nah.
Jamar Chase ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But what if they get like an offensive
head
coach?
Definitely shutting on the Bills.
What if they get like an offensive head coach? Don't they got a defensive-minded head coach?
Yes. And also,
I think if they got like somebody offensive nigga that just come in and just change how they do shit. Because remember, Brian Davis was there.
That's supposed to be Ken Dorsey, right? That's supposed to be Ken Dorsey.
Is he the OC?
Yeah.
He the OC.
He the OC.
But Jevon, you made a great point. Sean McDermott might be on the hot seat.
You feel that game, man?
He might be.
He on the hot seat, man.
He might be.
Because, like you said, they've been close. You're up. You have 13 seconds left. You blow it. And then last year, you were the 2 seed, and then Cincinnati came in and just mollywopped them, man. Mm-hmm. That wasn't even close, bro.
I'm not even trying to be funny, but if we being realistic, if it wasn't for Hamlin having that situation on live TV on the field, before that happened, Cincinnati was giving it to them in that game before they had to cancel that game. Cincinnati is pretty much like. That's why they were so pissed, because they had a chance to have the number 1 seed and they got it taken away from them. So,
they had to do that bullshit coin flip thing to decide.
Yeah,
they were pissed off.
That's why they went. That's why
that shit was weird, because I'm like, you're never gonna like resurrect that joint, because that Bengals Bills game was literally for like a bye. That was literally for a bye. It was the top game that week. If you couldn't play that game again, like. It was honestly,
Kansas City was really supposed to be the 3rd seed.
They were. They were supposed to slide.
They were supposed to be the 2nd or 3rd. They were supposed to be the 2nd.
They was going to be 3rd because they lost to the Bills. They lost to the Bills and the Bengals. Yeah. They lost both of them joints.
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And see, sometimes that's another point. Sometimes in the NFL, you have to get lucky. Things just have to go your way. Things just kind of went Kansas City's way. With that situation, they were able to get home field. The Bengals played a hell of a game, but one penalty cost them basically.
That was a stupid penalty, man.
Yeah.
And the bad thing about it is, dude was playing well like the whole game up until that penalty, man. He was playing well the whole game, like back up linebacker.
It just took me back to like when Chris Jones went offsides against the Patriots. Like Kansas City had the Patriots dead to rights, and then you want to go offsides. It was just one. It was just one of those moments, man. But I know we're talking about the AFC East and we're talking about this game, but shout out to Patrick. Shout out to Patrick. Like that man playing on a high ankle sprain that game. Like
Mahomes,
that
homie, literally the whole playoffs he played on a high ankle sprain, bro.
All right, that's enough praise.
Hey,
for
my
him.
homie,
Let's go on.
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm gonna give him his, when we get to the AFC West, I'm gonna give him his props. It's okay. I'm not going to rain on y'all parade today, but
So what? So what about the Patriots? How y'all feel about the I know how I feel about the Patriots.
I wanted to bring up. Y'all remember?
Hey, look. Time out. Go ahead, Ed.
I was gonna say before we switch, did y'all remember where Josh Allen and Kirk Cousins was taking turns trying to lose that game?
You are so right. Oh shit!
I forgot until just now. I just remember Kirk Cousins
fumbling
on QB sneak.
Yo, my man fumbled that joint on the. Oh my!
At the goal line, man. At the goal line, bro.
Yeah,
a mid-ball, bro.
He was trying his best to lose that game.
Would never be.
Like.
Hey, wasn't that the game that Justin Jefferson made like this crazy one-handed?
Yeah.
They showed that joke on the. I don't know if y'all watched the quarterback show on Netflix, but they showed that. That joke was good. I like that show.
Shout out my boy Jefferson too. LSU.
Look at him. Get his little 2 cents. Go ahead.
I'm just keeping it a stack. Man.
Just wait till we talk college football, bro. Just wait. Just wait, bro.
Okay. Since we gotta talk about the Patriots, there's really just one thing that bothered me last year about the Patriots.
Really?
So, as an offense, so when you have an offense and you're trying to kind of build and like call plays for an offense, why the hell as an offensive coordinator do you have a defensive a well-known defensive coordinator? There's been a defensive coordinator for years. He ain't been a defensive coordinator for just a year or two. He's been a defensive coordinator for years. And you got this dude playing offensive coordinator like, yeah, Mac Jones. Like
the Patriots way, Dave.
Hey, look.
It's the Patriots way, Dave.
Hey, your quarterback can't throw 15 fucking yards.
Man, that's how I know Bill Belichick off his shit, man. He off his shit right now, man.
He's not with the times. He's not with the times.
Well, number one, he ain't won one playoff game yet since Tom Brady left. And number two,
start it up.
These decisions, man. They got you looking real stupid right now, so I'm interested to see what they got. What they're gonna do with Mac Jones for real.
Hold on, just to be fair, when Tampa came up to Foxborough, did Bill Belichick not have Tom Brady in the blender?
He did. He knew how to defend him perfectly.
He did.
That man stressed out, boy.
Bill, it's really he just don't have the QB, or Mac Jones has improvement, and he's the heir apparent to Tom Brady, and they're not even asking him to be Tom Brady. They're just asking for better offensive play. But let's be realistic. Who they have at wide receiver that's actually a threat? Like you got a whole bunch of like wide receiver 2s and wide receiver 3s out there. Y'all still going running back by committee out there.
Yeah.
Like the bad decision making is rubbing off on the offense because remember how they lost to the damn Raiders? Like they came a lateral right.
Oh no,
that's a lateral of the ball right.
That's when Tom was there, minus Randy Moss, like really their top wide receiver was always some guys that you can pull off a bench. That was a wide receiver too on a team.
Troy Brown,
Matt Jones, Tom Brady,
Wes Welker.
It's Matt Jones, Tom Brady. Are these wide receivers Wes Welker? Are these wide receivers Julian Edelman? Do they have a Gronk on this team right now?
Doing what he always has done.
On the team,
he's doing what he's always done, and he hasn't budged from it.
Hey,
and that's why they're not winning games like they used to. He hasn't budged.
The wide receivers for the Patriots are Kendrick Bourne, Keyshawn Boutte, shout out LSU, Demario Douglas, Jalen Hurd, Ty Montgomery Jr., Trey Nixon, Devontae Parker.
Time out. Yeah, Ty Montgomery's still in the league?
Ty Montgomery the second is still in the league, bro. Ty Montgomery the second is still in the league, and they got Juju Smith-Schuster. That's
real
probably
bomb.
the number one receiver. That's probably their number one receiver.
He can be out there doing
I'm gonna take all my buns back and send them all the way to Juju, because Juju thought he was that guy until he had to become a real number one, and then he realized that NFL, that number one life is different.
Right.
Man doing TikTok dances instead of studying the playbook.
I'll say this about the Patriots though, like, they were a mess, but truthfully, like, Bill, they're gonna be competitive, but they got Bill O'Brien back. He was an OC there when they had some successful years, because like any New England offense has been ran by either Josh McDaniels or Bill O'Brien, so having Bill O'Brien back could help, but like you said, they just don't have the weapons. They're going to be a defensive-minded team. Defense is going to keep them in games. Coaching might win a couple of games, but in my opinion, New England's going to be last in the division because it's quarterback play. You have a Josh Allen, you have Aaron Rodgers, you have a Tua Tagovailoa when he's healthy. There are just levels to this, and Mac Jones is not on that level. Like you said, Corey, he struggles to throw the ball 20 yards down the field, man. Like, I just don't think New England's going to be much of a threat.
I think they're ceiling in 7 games. I think they're ceiling in 7 games, and that's not going to make it to the playoffs.
Do you guys think that we're going to see either Malik Cunningham or Bailey Zappi at some point during the season?
We will see Zappi,
and not because of a Mac Jones injury, but just because.
No. Just because Jones is gonna get pulled. They keep trying to give him so much on a leash, but he's not doing anything with it. When Zappi came in last year, like, what were they doing? They were rolling.
They're rolling.
Yeah, but like in the end, like, you can do that whole 2 QB system in college. You're not gonna get away with that in the NFL. You need to have your guy at the QB. So I know we was talking about Dak earlier, and we was talking about other QBs. Mac Jones need to kind of prove that he's going to be that guy, because his contemporaries, some of them are showing out now, and you can't be lagging right now. So like, it's really time for him to show up.
Remember, they took Mac Jones over Justin Fields.
Never forget it.
Wow. Yep.
Never forget it. Never forget it.
But fellas, we're going to wrap this episode up. So it's time for some AFC East predictions. Who do y'all think is going to win the AFC East, and how do you think the division is going to go in order? And we'll start recording, just go across to Brad, then Dré, then Ed. We'll just go in order of the panel. So Corey, start it off.
I mean, barring any type of injury or whatever, I'm going to say the Bills still going to get it. I put them at 12, 13 games. It's not going to be a runaway, because I feel like Miami is still going to be right behind them. If Tua stays healthy the entire season, I want them to eclipse the Bills. I would love to see them actually walk away with it, because I like what they're building down there in Miami. But just because like how everything lines up and how the Bills have been playing, I do have them actually taking it away. Miami is going to be second. About 10-11 games. Then I got the Jets at about a strong 8-9 games. Patriots, I'm giving them 6 games.
Damn. Brad?
What about you, Brad?
Winner of the division. Man, there's something in me that wants to pick Miami, but I'm gonna roll with Bills for now. Miami's going to be there. I give the Bills like 12, 13 games. Miami, I think, is going to be right there with them. I think I'm going to give them around 11. And it's going to be a battle, those 2 games. Gosh, the Jets, with all the hype, I hate to say it, they might win like 8 games, and it'd be just an epic disappointment. And then they might squeeze in the playoffs as a wild card, but that's unrealistic. And then, the Patriots are the Patriots. I mean, unfortunately, with Mac Jones as your quarterback, I'm going to give them a little bit better than 6. I'm going to give them 7, because I feel like the defense will win them a game or 2. But, that's my order right there.
Okay, real quick. Before I go to Dré, let me say this about the Miami Dolphins. Guys pulled up their schedule. 4 out of their last 5 games are at home. They finished the year with Tennessee at home, the Jets at home on December 17th, which is going to be a cold weather team coming to Heat, which can have an effect. They play Dallas on Christmas Eve. They play at Baltimore. And then they finish the year with Buffalo at home in Miami, a cold weather team coming down to the heat and humidity. So just a thought, Dre, how you feel that's going to play out?
I'm actually going to take Miami to win the division this year. I'm gonna take Miami to win the division this year if Tua stays healthy. I know Jalen Ramsey is hurt, but they did draft Cam Smith out of South Carolina. They talking about he's that same type of mode as your boy Horn. So I'm hoping he can kind of step in. They did get David Long Jr. from the Titans. He's a solid linebacker, so I think those two moves are going to help their defense and kind of keep things going. So I got the Dolphins. I'm going to go out on a limb because I just want to see some chaos. I feel like the Jets are going to have a better record than the Bills this year, just so they can prove me wrong. Because if they don't prove me wrong, I'm going to have a lot to say when we get mid-season. So Jets, I'll put it on y'all to not make me look like a fool on my own podcast. You better be right. And y'all got them in the first game of the season, too. So it's all going to be on y'all.
On prime time, too.
Prime time.
It's going to be on y'all to make me look good. So I'm going to go with Dolphins, then Jets, then Bills, then Patriots. Patriots probably win about 6-7 games. Bills, I feel like they win 10. Jets win 11. Miami win 12.
Ev?
I got Miami, the best team in the division, but I think Buffalo's gonna win it just because of health reasons. I think Tua's gonna miss at least 4 games, and that'll be the difference.
Dang.
That's a career at that point, man. Shit.
Yeah, he was already contemplating retirement. So once he start thinking about retirement, it's like that's why I don't even know how DeMar Hamlin coming back. He literally died, and he's coming back to play football again. But yeah, I think Buffalo gonna win it by default. I think they'll win it at about 12 games. I think the Jets will have about 10 or 11, and I think Miami will be around the same thing, 10 or 11, and then the Patriots will be around 5.
Everybody keep going.
Janelle is not on the spot right now.
They're the New York Giants of the AFC East.
Janelle's not on the spot right now. Damn.
Y'all got the Patriots having the worst record in the league. God damn.
No.
We ain't talking about Arizona.
Just keep listening. I'm gonna tell you who gonna have the worst record in the league. It's gonna come in a couple weeks.
Oh shit. Hey, Patriots gonna go for Caleb Williams or Drake May, bro? They going for a QB, man?
Yeah, they getting Drake May. They getting Drake May for real.
They gonna get the number 1 pick and take Spencer Rattler.
Hey,
nah, bro.
Bill Belichick 3 steps ahead. Y'all don't know it, bro. Y'all gotta think about it.
Hey, Slim, crazy.
3 steps ahead.
Hey, man, who next, bro? Dave, did you go yet?
Nah, I ain't gone yet. But,
all right, we're going to do Dave and then Jevon real quick. So, Dave, you up?
All right, so I got the Bills winning the division. I think they're just gonna have a really good regular season. I'm gonna say 11 wins will win the division. I got Miami next with 10 wins. I think the Jets will get either 9 to 10 wins. I think they'll be right there trying to fight for second place. I actually think this may be the one division that gets 3 teams in the playoffs. So got the Jets kind of third, and then the Patriots with about 6 games. I think once they realize that they ain't gonna be shit this season, they're gonna start, kind of getting ready for that top draft pick, and try to look to trade Mac Jones and try to kind of revise that quarterback room or just make some changes to the entire team. So but I think the Bills are just gonna win the division, but I don't know. It's on them to decide their playoff success, man. So that's how I got it.
Facts. Jevon, what you think?
I do got Miami winning the division, I think.
Let's go, Jevon. Let's go.
Yeah, when he said it, I was like, that's where I was gonna go anyway. But yeah, I got Miami winning. Let's say 11, 12 games. The Bills probably about 10, maybe 11. I think those two are gonna be fighting like right at the end, up to the end of the season for like number one seed. I got the Jets doing their thing, making the playoffs probably maybe like a wild card, like 8-9 games. And then the Patriots, they just get whatever they get. I was looking at their record. I was looking at their schedule, and I was going down. No, because I was looking at, I was like 6, and I was like, just off the name, just off of names, I was like, damn, that really is six games that they could win. Like just off of like before I see anything that they've done, I'm just looking at their record. I was like, yeah, it might be 6-7 wins, but we gonna see. But yeah, that's kind of what I got.
Facts. BT, Mr. LSU.
All right, so this prediction is based off health, bro. So, I got the Dolphins winning. Think they're gonna win about 12 games.
Let's go, BT.
I got Buffalo next, and like 11. I think the Jets gonna win about 10 games, and this for you, Kev. I got the Patriots winning about 6 games, my boy.
I wish my brother was on here, bro.
I was looking like go 7 or 8 games. He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna go 6."
Hey, BT, is Kev making another bet this year, or he gonna chill this year?
Nah, I'm trying to get my dog to bet, bro. So we're gonna see what's up.
I like to get an easy dub. You know, I
need that money.
Hey, where my wallet at? Hey, my wallet need another 20, bro. My wallet need another 20, man.
I'm trying to get my dog. I'm trying to get my dog to bed, bro. Oh
nah,
yeah,
BT,
shout out to my boy you coming on too.
Oh yeah, no doubt. BT, you don't need that 20 when LSU lose again. You don't need that 20 from Kev to get back even.
Here they go.
You tripping, You tripping. Boy, you must have been drinking again tonight, my boy.
Double or nothing. Are we up in the
It's toxic. It's toxic. It's toxic in here.
Hey, this nigga been taking shots today or something, bro, because my man is tripping, dog. I think I'm going to lose that money again, bro.
BT said it was Media Day 2.0. The drinks was out again, bro.
He on something, bro.
Nah, I'm confident, my boy. So I'm gonna wrap this up, man. So I got Miami winning the division. I have them winning 12 games. I think it's gonna come down to that last game in Miami. They're gonna flex it to Sunday night. It's gonna be for the AFC East. And I think Miami's gonna come out on top. I have Buffalo finishing second. I have Miami winning 12 games. I have Buffalo going 11-6. I have the Jets at 10-7. I think they'll be competitive, but their schedule to start off is brutal, and Aaron Rodgers getting acclimated to a new team. It's going to cost them early, but I can see the Jets possibly doing some damage in the playoffs, kind of like how when Aaron Rodgers led the Packers to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that he's going to pull that off, but they have a great defense, and
I mean the 49ers not in the AFC, so he should be fine.
Facts, bro. That's fact. And then New England, I have them winning 6-7 games, man. And then, just to wrap this up, man, September 3rd, bro, you already know who's winning, bro. So we ain't got to go there, bro.
Bruh, come on, bro. Don't do that, dog.
What you got to say? What you got to say,
Don't
BT?
do that, bro.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, what you got to say, BT?
20 don't
Hey, say it.
We're going to save it, though. We're going to save it. I'm going to chill. But till you tripping, my boy, I'm just gonna keep it a stat with you. Y'all ain't winning, bro. But we're gonna save it for the podcast, though.
Put them safeties back on. Man.
Take the clips out.
I'm gonna chill. Safety on tonight. I'm gonna chill.
Yeah, man. But no, shout out to my boy Keith for coming on. He was, he had brought some insight to the Cowboys, some good insight, man. Shout out to the Eagles fans. Jay did a hell of a job. Ed, you did a hell of a job, bro. We definitely can
appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes,
really appreciate y'all.
Like the Mather brother over there. Like the Mather brother over there.
You already know.
You already know. If you know, you know.
Y'all.
You all know.
Yeah, man. Y'all welcome on anytime, bro. Y'all come on anytime y'all want to come on, bro.
Appreciate it. This is cool.
Yeah, real
This is
talk,
my
bro.
first. This is like my first podcast, so I'm cool. I'm glad. I'm gonna definitely come up and try to join some more.
For sure,
Happy to
man.
have you.
As long as we got seats, you all invited, man. As long as we got the seats.
Dave, I just want to say you're so cool, man.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. Hey, I get it from you, my boy. I get it from you, bro. I get it from you,
man.
bro.
Appreciate you, man.
But yeah, man. Shout y'all for coming on, bro. Shout to the whole panel, man. Appreciate our listeners, man. You know, we're gonna upload this to YouTube, trying to grow the YouTube channel. So like and subscribe and help us grow this channel. So, and we got some more content for y'all, man. We're doing each division each week leading up to the NFL season. And of course, like college football is on the way. So stay tuned in. This is 2004, and we are out.
Yes, sir.